mind, right here, right now. And even if the world ends, then I'll be fine. No fear, no doubt. I know a place that sneak away. Leave the pain, I'll stay with you. Let me hold you, close your eyes. We'll be reaching paradise. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. Yeah, I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. Heavy like a feather, you mend my heart right here, right now. I didn't even notice your medicine. No fear, no doubt. I know a place that sneak away. Leave the pain, I'll stay with you. Let me hold you, close your eyes. We'll be reaching paradise. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. Yeah, I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closing in on heaven, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know we'll be alright. Be alright, yeah, I know we'll be alright. We are closer now than ever, and I know we'll be alright. I don't even really know your name, but I'm still high on all love and making me feel alright. I don't even really
time to come back to the morning skate show with the hockey coach guru. Coach FRENCHY directly from the Sunshine State in Florida. Hopefully you're doing well. Happy Thursday, happy Thankfully Day, February 24th, 2022. It's another great day in the house today because we're going to talk about the 5-game last night. Montreal Canadiens on fire with a 4W straight. Back to back. Last night, they shut down the Buffalo Sabres by a score of 4-0. We're going to talk about the game between the Colorado Avalanche and the Detroit Red Wings. The Avalanche beat the Detroit Red Wings by a score of 5-2. What about the Tampa Bay Lightning? Beat the Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid by a score of 5-3. And then late last night, the Los Angeles Kings got a great game, a great W, 3-2 over the Seattle Kraken. And also, the Dallas Stars find a way to get the W against the Winnipeg Jets. And this is not good news for the Jets but because they've battled with the Dallas Stars and the Stars won 3-2. And a controversy goal at the end of the overtime where Alibak make a save. Then I believe it's Mauricio Opionk pushed the puck barely inside the net. And then after a review from Toronto, and they look, they check, and they look again, and they check again, and then they said, it's a goal! And that way, the crowd and Dallas Stars. By the way, we have to applaud the people in Dallas Stars. They fight the storm in Dallas. When you have a snow and all the kind of weather, bad weather in Dallas, the people stay home. But you have a couple of thousand people show up at the game last night in Dallas. You know, in Canada, it's not a big deal, the snow. But in Texas, guys, you have no machinery to clean up. Everything like that is very slippery. I've been there, I live there. And but those big fans of the Dallas Stars went to the game, and then they saw the Stars win last night. So it's not because they not encourage their team. You have one city in the South, they're really behind their team. It's really the Dallas Stars fans over there. So they find a way to get a W, and that's the reason the 5-game. Of course, we're going to talk about this. And then at 12:15, a friend of the insider of the Montreal Canadiens is going to talk to us about the game, the post-game Montreal Canadiens. He's going to give us some number and give him his impression about the game last night. And we're going to discuss about that game for sure between you and me. So I look forward to talk about this. And at the end, we're going to talk about a little bit the injury update around the league and a couple of news. Not many this morning. It's a very quiet morning. A lot of trade debate, a lot of rumors is starting now left and right. We are less than 1 month before the end of the trade deadline. Of course, some things going to move. I don't expect a lot of move, and I'm going to give you a little bit more in why I said that this morning. And then at the end, FRENCHY corner, under, over. Who is going to beat RJ? RJ is a back-to-back winner of the contest so far. So yesterday we had 5 winners on the contest of the FRENCHY corner quiz. So I look forward to see you guys until to the end. And of course, and you can look behind that. Look, I'm going there. There you go. 120 subscribers. Before we hit the 4,000, we are about only 20 to hit the 3,900. And of course, the key of everything, guys, is to click on the likes. That's the key of everything. Click on the likes. That will make us, as friends, helping us to grow. And that would be really, really helping. If you can do that, that'd be great. If you don't mind. We have a few people already in the chat. We have Mr. Alexis Dubic. Welcome aboard, Mr. Alexis. Thanks for joining us. The scout from Quebec. He's in the house. We have also the insider collaborator of the Hockey Nation Live show on the 5 o'clock show called the warm-up show. The moderator, of course, is going to talk to us tonight at 5 o'clock, but he's already in the house today to be with us and to talk. I'm sure he's going to have some question this morning. Mr. Inotep. And of course, Andre Lepage is going to join us. Center Ice is already in the house, but he's going to come to the green room at 12:15. I can wait to talk with him for sure about that. And then after that, we have Mr. not Dixon, but Dan Ogilvy is back with us again this morning, directly from Ontario. I don't know what kind of weather it is we have over there, but Mr. Dan is talk about, don't forget Petrie, down Garfield, and now Uzuki is going, wow. You're absolutely right about that, Mr. Dan. Thanks for joining us this morning. We have directly from somewhere around, but I know he's with us, Mr. DHG Week 50 Carl. California, maybe, I don't know. Cal is with us today. Carl, good afternoon. Hopefully you have an amazing, great day so far. And I'm sure you're excited to see the New York Islanders play their next game. And it will be interesting. They are on the Pacific West Coast at that moment. About that. Unfortunately, Alexis, parce que j'organise mon graphique, puis je peux pas mettre 3 personnes en même temps. Donc, peut-être plus tard un jour, on va peut-être inviter. C'est certainement que ça va arriver à un moment donné. Alexis talk about Bowser to the Devils. So they have a lot of trade rumor between Vancouver right now, knock the door over there. I really believe Vancouver not give up, but he's seen now as more like a sailor. And they have a couple of players that could be on the market at some point. Some people talk about J.D. Miller. Some talk about, like Alexis said, about Brock Bowser over there. So it will be interesting what they're going to do. If it's going to do, they talk about Toronto Maple Leaf, a big transaction. Now Toronto Maple Leaf have an open up salary cap because they lost Jake Marsden. Is now on a long-term injury reserve. So that he won, over $5 million, I believe. And now maybe Toronto will be a little bit more active or maybe go deeper to get a defenseman at some level and maybe a forward at some point. So they talk about maybe possible J.D. Miller could be a discussion for the Toronto. On the flip side, some people are listening, and from Vancouver TSN this morning said they don't see Vancouver trade J.D. Miller. They really like him. He's still, 28, 29 years old. And it'll open up more the door for Brock Bowser. Now, the Devils situation that Alexis talked about Vancouver, with the Devils, it was more about Connor Garland to the Devils. So it'll be interesting, the discussion like this going happening every day, guys. Everybody is going to be traded somewhere, somehow. But at the end of the day, I don't see a big market of the trade. Of course, it's going happening, right? Is it 10, 20? I don't know. The key is because when I said earlier, I don't see a lot of trade. Everybody's stuck with a salary cap. That's the first indication on my point here. The salary cap is a big problem in NHL. Everybody is at the end. So that's the one thing. The second thing, you have a lot of sailor this year. It's not happen a lot. It's not common every year. You have a lot of teams usually in East Conference. They have a team in the race. Right now, you don't have anybody. The setup of the East Conference about a playoff, it's almost done. So you don't have a lot of buyer over there. And that make a lot more team to sell. And that's because that's the biggest problem. On the flip side, I believe from today until the end of the trade deadline, you're going to have Winnipeg out. You're going to have also Anaheim Ducks out, possible. And you're going to have San Jose out. So that's 3 other teams become more as a seller. You already have 8 in the East. That's already 11. That's not including the 5 others in the West Conference. So that gives you about right now more like anything like usually it is. So my point to you this morning is about maybe they're not going to get a lot of trade like they expect. Or the market is going to be lower. The value of the market is going to be lower what the people expect because you have too many players on the market to get trade. So it will be really, really interesting what they're going to do, what kind of trade is going to happen in return that. So do not expect too much and return about that one over there. So that's what I expect for on different thing about that one over there. So would be interesting, like for Zeka, no, Alexei, Buzzer, for Zeka, Stevenson, Oles, Mercer, and the first, Brock Buzzer is not Connor McDavid, Alexei. Brock Buzzer is just a guy who scored 25 goals per year. Now you gave him five players in return. It's not make possible for that one over there. John Gregor, welcome aboard. Bo Horvat, it was at some point mentioned about that one over there, but it looked like they want to keep the captain and not to trade the captain. Now, if you heard something possible, I don't know. But for what I heard so far, it's not that I don't see anything for Bo Horvat at that moment. Pierre Martin, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. Hopefully, Pierre, you have an amazing, great evening and you enjoyed your morning so far. Thanks, Asarima Horvat to Montreal for Cheryl Egoli. Montreal is not going to trade Caden Coley, Alexei, right now. Forget about that. Caden Coley, goalie, does not go nowhere. It's not going to happen about that one or there. Horvat is, well, it's just another good players. Great. No. I always say that super elite players, a little bit more above average, honestly. He's a good players, but like it's not like a super elite in NHL. So that's what it is right now. Steve G directly from Colorado Avalanche, Denver. Where is teams doing very well over there, Mr. Steve? I'm sure you're smiling. The Colorado Avalanche without their captain Nathan McKinnon find a way to beat the Detroit Red Wings yesterday. A great performance at Colorado. The scores show exactly what happening. Detroit have never been in the game, honestly, to be honest with you. Domination yesterday of the Colorado Force. But Horvat, a super star, no, Alexei. Bo Horvat never scored 40 goals year after year, Alexei. He's a captain. You have a good leadership. He's a good top six, right? But he's not like a superstar in NHL, unfortunately. Exactly, and I'll type me continue what I'm talking about. 8th straight win visit Detroit. Calgary's second line is the best in the league. Avalanche always step up when McDonough is out. I don't see anyone beating Avalanche in a 7-game series at that moment. Until Steve, they suspend Kadri. Just kidding. You're welcome, Pierre Martin. No problem. Steve is like, it's funny, Steve, because, you know, I do a lot of research and everything like that, and I love to talking about hockey and everything. And, you know, like, if you think about this, and I'll tap you, I'm sure you would be agree with me, Colorado missing a goaltender, Colorado is missing a defenseman, Colorado is missing a forward, Colorado is missing a bottom six, Colorado is missing this, and Colorado is missing that. And they're still winning. They miss piece, but they're still winning. And I'm not sure what Colorado is going to do. I don't know what kind of player they're going to get. But they're not going to be active like people is thinking. Because sometimes add players, guy, it may be not change maybe the chemistry, what they have right now. Again, I could be wrong here. But, guys, they have every piece right now to make a big run over there. So we'll see what's happening, but I just want to share what I'm thinking. Philippe Saint-Laurent. Philippe Saint-Laurent, welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us. And friend, we said, holy motor, relax. Montembeault did not win he did not win any trophy right now. Montembeault is not in the league for 3 years. How many games he played so far, Montembeault? We understand you, Philip. I'm just teasing you. I understand, guys. But relax, boys. Come on. Montembeault, he has only 15 games with the Montreal Canadiens. He have only 5 W. He have only 5 W. He lost 12 of them. He's not the next Carey Price, Montembeault. Now, I can understand you want to have a contract still with the Montreal. He don't go nowhere. Right? But Montembeault is maybe the next Hammond. He's maybe the next Steve Penny. He's maybe the next Rick DiPietro. We're going to let him do 75 games in NHL and then we're going to reevaluate what he looked like. But I can understand the fans in Montreal. They win and then they're thinking there's the next one. We're going to relax. We're going to evaluate. But I understand the fans, right? But for me, Montembeault did not show me enough to give him enough the money or to give him a contract and everything like that. He's perfectly where he's supposed to be. He's a 25 years old. He's not a 19 years old. He's not a 20 years old. The best for me he can become is maybe a backup number 2 in NHL. And you have to show me this for at least for another 18 months in NHL. That's give about 30 to 40 to 50 more games in NHL, and to be sure you get that part of there. Look his goal average again. Look his save percentage again. This is better today where he was when he got claimed? Yes. Can he show some potential? Yes. But we have Carey Price or we have Jake Allen. So we have to be sure right now, and we have Hammond. So what we're going to do with him is consider what he's doing right now, and to see until the end of the season what he look like. Then we're going to figure out what Carey Price, what he's doing, and then after that we can figure out what is next after that. But I can understand you. I'm just teasing you, Philip, about that one over there. But I want to give you another perspective for me. Patient, Cole Caulfield is okay, right? And we'll see. We're going to be back normal next month. We're going to have a difficult month in March. It's coming very soon. But we'll see what's happening about that one over there. Mr. Andrew is coming very soon. I feel he's coming to the door. We have to open up at hold on, là, OK. J'ai vu une rumeur que Jean-François Chaumont met les Canadiens à Colorado contre non. Biram cannot be traded. Biram is injured right now. I like a little bit way too early to say this. Hi, John Gregor. Andy Kuivula in the house. Speaking of the superstar, he's in the house, the legend, Mr. Andy Kuivula. What is Edmonton Oilers lost yesterday? Another bad performance on Mike Smith. We're going to talk about this. C'est des rumeurs que je vois. OK, Alexis, très bien. Good day, Steve. In our top yet too early for the plus start today. Avalanche out the top of the league. Bonjour, Pierre. Vincent Monte is the first goalie. Alex Newhook is coming along nicely. He make anyone on his line better. Great center, underrated in NHL. Another Anton Lundell. In my book, Newhook, it was draft first round, and he's getting better and better. I love this kid, honestly. Time will tell us, but I think he's doing well. Mr. Ron with Kings 20 in the house. Mr. Ron, congratulations for your W last night. The Kings win a big game yesterday at 3-2. They score at 16:51, I believe. That's happened. Monday is RFA, and never give up. Evan one Ben. I will sign him to 1.5. Yes, he's a RFA, Philip. But again, we don't have to sign him right now. We don't know yet what's going to happen with the goaltender situation. He don't go nowhere as a he's don't go nowhere with a RFA. He's not Kokanemi. He's only Sam Montembeault. But I can understand your point of view, Philip, of course. Is a young Dustin Tokarski. And our time is nice. He said he want to helping people in our time. He said, Ron Quinn, run with Kings. Nice W last night from the LA King. And then we have Pullian with all the crappy stuff. That's another subject. Ron, I want to sign Monday 3 years for $4 million per year. Alexei, too much money, buddy. $4 million. He's only a backup number 2. But he's another subject about that. And I thought, hello, I'm glad King won last night, but they definitely did not deserve the win. But they did enough. A good team find a way to win around the Kings with the way they got. Good morning, Rocky Mountain. Over there, score. Here we go. RG is back in the house. I saw the third goal and went to the bed. Andy, me too. About that one with it. Andy lost the last game because he sets 3-2 for Arizona. It was the wrong team. Mr. Roger L., the brother of the brother, back in the house. I can see Roger. Don't go nowhere, Mr. Andrew. I'm coming with you. Mr. Roger is smiling right now, the big W, the chest of the logo of the Montreal Canadiens all over him this morning, Roger. The Montreal Canadiens won last night. What does Caulfield contract look like? He's going to get paid well if he continues his great play. He has a $925,000 entry-level contract for 1 more year, Mr. Steve G. And next season after that is going to have become a RFA. So that's what the contract on Mr. Cole Caulfield. Confident that I always lose. Yet another good morning. Mon pion, je prends monter comme first goalie. All right, Alexis, I respect your opinion, but I won't take Montembeault as a first goaltender. You're going to tell me next month, Coach, you was right. He should not be a goaltender number 1. I will tell you a little bit later why. I thought Arizona was going to try a backup after the mute tripping call in the last 3 minutes. Here we go, Roger. And that's where, ladies and gentlemen, directly from Nova Scotia and the Maritime. Welcome back in the house, the inside of the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, I'm talking about Mr. Andrew Lepage.
How's it going, everybody? Good to see you. How you doing, Coach?
Mr. Andrew, how you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing great. Woo!
You're doing great, but you don't have to do nothing because when I see you with the Montreal Canadiens when we win the next day, look what's going on happened to me. Here we go. Oh yeah. One more time. One more time again. Here we go. Yes, sir. The Montreal Canadiens won last night by a score of 4-0. Mr. Andrew is going to tell us a little bit what's going on. We practiced those dance for the last 3 days. About 6 hours per day, we then sing me in our tap and Andrew because the Montreal Canadiens winning. So I'm getting hot right now. I'm tired. I just did my cardio. But everybody is excited in the chat. We have a couple of people, Mr. Andrew. Before we talk, we're going to see what the people said. And then we're going to bring to you about that one over there. Mark Zuck with Jennifer in the house. And I was going to say OMG, but not. But I'm going to say welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Don't forget to click on the likes. Coach, one Montreal got knocked out of the playoff by the Senators. Who was in the goal in the Senators? Yep, it was Andrew Hammond. Yep. And I believe it was on 14-15 or 15-16 about that one over there. Andrew, everybody tell you, welcome. You guys pursue that dance a lot. I see it was unbelievable. We did at least 3 hours, and you don't see, but the Let's Not woman teach us. She's going to be very good with us for a couple of hours, but that's another subject we can talk about a little bit later about that one of them. Mr. Andrew, welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us. I thought you get that score. If I don't know if I can get it. Here we go. Let's start with this game. Final score 4-0. Your first impression overall about that game?
Wow. Wow. Number one, defense was a lot better. I found they got the puck out of their own end a lot quicker. There was a lot more teamwork. You can just see them uh, developing into the new system defensively. I think they're getting used to it and they're moving the puck out really well. The team's hungry. Kids look great. And Montembeault, what can you say? He's made the stops when they needed to be made.
Yeah. Yeah, I cannot be more agree with you about that one over there. Already. By the way, who was teaching us? It's in our tap. So in our tap teach us to dancing. So that's what the thing about that one over there. But we're going to get this very soon. We're going to be very synchronous. We're going to be at the same page at some point. How long did you practice slow dancing, fellas? We're going to dance the lambada the next time, and maybe we should dance in the lambada or something like that. Here you go, talking about the lambada for talking about the Let's Know woman. Why not talking about Finland, because he's back in the house. Moy in the house, Mr. Jarmo Virtanen in the house.
Hey, welcome, Jarmo.
You're absolutely right about that one over there. Is it like something you pay a little bit more attention, or you make you like, one player specific, he have a good game, or you said this guy was pretty good?
Well, Suzuki had a better game, but at the same token, the whole defensive core, like Sherratt, looked a lot better. Clegg still made me a little nervous, but was better. But I was still kind of I'm not sold, if you know what I mean, on him totally. He's still got some coming to do. But overall, forwards look great. And I was really concerned, though, when Anderson went down, because he seems to really be the drive for that line. He just comes out there flying, They played well. They played very well.
Yeah, absolutely right about that. Paul Biron left the game right away at 1:11 at the beginning of the game after a hit. It was a legal hit. It was a good hit, Biron. I think Biron did not expect that. And I think it's not the hit. It's when he fall on the eyes, the head hit the eyes. And that's the moment. And he was, I don't know if you see the replay, but he got carried on by the ref. I don't know if you see that when he fall, like almost like he stand up, right? And then he did not leave by himself. The ref had to grab him and carry on him over there. So very bad moment for him. He was very frustrated about that. Secondly, because he got also an injury, surgery for the hip, and he missed 3-4 months, and then he come back for a couple of games, and now he have to go back. And that it's not his first time for him, first of all. So already he could be a little bit longer for him part about that. Anderson, he got a shot from a puck in the face by Casey Middlestad. Lucky for him a little bit when he said lucky, because he hit the visor of the helmet, not like straight on the face, could be a broken jaw or something like that. We expect day to day. Both of them they went to the hospital for observation. They both them come back after the game. They was in the locker room. So that was the good news about that one. Then now, a concussion, you never know how long it takes after that. So it could be not the symptom is not always already right away there. With the severity of the concussion, we don't know. It could be a little bit long, the next couple of hours or after the couple of days. So it would be interesting to see Biron, but expect him to be out for a couple of days for sure. Day to day for Josh Anderson at that moment. Not broken, nothing. But again, how shaky going. Now the team is off today. Are going to be back again tomorrow. On the ice tomorrow morning. They're going to leave tomorrow afternoon. Direction for Ottawa Senators for Saturday night. Again, at 7 o'clock. Again, the young team where they're looking great. Ottawa continues to surprise without the best player, two of the best players, Norris and Patterson. And that's what happened about that one over there. Yeah, I just pick up Jarmo. He picked up Montembeault, joined his fantasy hockey. That's a great pick about that. I gave it to you, so I did not want to get him still to you. I said just like, you know what, I'm a good guy. Just let Jarmo to pick Montembeault. He's going to be happy for the week. whatever he does not perform well during the FRENCHY quiz, at least he's going to be happy with a Montembeau. That's what I did. So that's what happened. That's I fixed the problem. Mark Zuck, clock equal Muppet number 2.0. What do you think about that? The defenseman clock for the Montreal Canadiens, number 43. He called him like the Muppet 2.0, like Petrie.
Pretty much. Like I say, he sometimes has a solid game, but he always makes me just a bit nervous. He just coughs up the puck every now and then, misjudges. So I found that it wasn't as bad last night, but I was still a little nervous when he was in the play, if you know what I mean. He was the one guy that made me a little nervous.
Yeah, I agree with you about that. I would agree with Mark also. Maybe a couple of players struggled, right, last night, and he's one of them. Really, is really the worst on the ice for the Montreal Canadiens yesterday. But again, they hide them. They put both of them play 15 minutes on the ice. Of course, Whiteman play on power play also, but that's what happened about this. Pierre Martin said the Anderson factor was obvious last night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I say, I mean, Anderson first time I've seen Anderson go out to block a shot. So I've seen a drastic change in Anderson's play in many different facets because I've never seen Josh Anderson go down to block a shot. So that was something else, but boy, was my heart racing thinking, please tell me it didn't hit him in the face. You know, he is a major impact, and I could see him possibly being one of the guys they do look at for captaincy in the future. They may look at him, you know what I'm saying, because he's really taking on that leadership role.
Yes, I want to be sure. Coach, Inotab said, what did you think of the hit on Evans from Fitzgerald? But then Pierre Martin said, I said Biron, but means Evans. So I don't know. Are you talking about Biron got swarmed on the board, or you talk about because I don't recall when Evans got hit by.
I don't remember that either. I know he did get hit early, and it was before Byron's hit, but I forget the play.
So I don't know if someone can open up more about that one over there. That'd be great if you don't mind about that one over there. Pierre said, "Thanks God for Anderson wear the visor." I agree with you about that one over there. Yamo, I mean, we trade Monty for Vasilevsky. That'll be a good trade. Let me know, Yamo. I'm going to looking for Vasilevsky. I'm not ready to be on the Monty hype train. Us fans always up, not especially if they are French Canadian. But someone talked like me this morning. We have to be relaxed about Montembeau. Like I mentioned earlier, look, he played only a few games. We need to see a little bit more longer from him and go from there about that. So don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That'd be great. About that, Lemieux took over for Clinford, but Lemieux has more speed on the ice. Michel Robinstein, Michael Robinstein in the house.
Welcome.
Thank you so much to be here, talking about Michael Robinson, talking about Miss Kelly and the house.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. And we have Mr. Corey Hill, the number one fellow of the Ottawa Senators. Welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, how's it going, Corey?
Evans got hit just over the blue line. He looked like deliberate elbow to the head. That's what he's talking about. You talk about Fitzgerald hit the head of the Jake Evans. Honestly, I cannot recall it.
Nor can I. I don't remember that check, and I usually do. But I think I was so into the loss of Byron and Anderson that totally slid by me.
I don't know. It looked like Jake Evans stayed in the game because he scored a goal in the empty net.
He did come back. I remember him being off the bench. I heard about it, but I don't remember the hit.
That's what happened about that one over there. Of course, the how do you feel? How do you think about the Martin St. Louis? How he deal with only 10 forward and 6 defensemen? How he managed those line and how he did that over there.
I was so proud of the way the team performed with those losses because I was concerned, with losing Byron for the penalty kill because he was playing so well on that end of things. And of course, Anderson in that line, he's been kind of really huge. So to see them go out, he filled the lines beautifully, I thought. And then you could see Gallagher's actually stepped up. And I was very, very proud of Gallagher last night. He really took one for the team.
Yeah, it was another one from everybody, you know what I mean? Like, it was really impressive about the, he fight first of all, but again, everybody stepped up in the mold of the Martin St. Louis. That great press conference after the game, what Martin St. Louis mentioned about, he's really proud of the players. Like I will give you an example. At the end of the game, it's still 3-0, I believe, maybe 4-0. I think it's still 3-0. And I think it was 1:30 seconds to rest. You have a slap shot for Dallin, and then you have a one player diving to stop the puck to be sure they don't score, to keep the shot out for the goaltender. That's what it came. That's what the team they became all together. They worked for the one reason is to win all together, and I think that show overall for the impact on Martin St. Louis on the ice and also on the locker room. I think that team is buying exactly what he tried to accomplish.
Most definitely.
So I think that's what I believe could happen about that. Kelly rule is you have a problem with the call me. Is about man is not wise. I try to get surprised at the roundabout with ski coffee. Maybe I should not be. I'm surprised at the turn around and both ski and Caulfield. Maybe I should not be. What do you think about that?
I think we're all kind of in that boat, whereas I think as far as you and I talking, Coach, I think we kind of knew there was, we weren't sure if that would be it, but we had a good feeling that Ducharme just was not getting through to the kids. He wasn't giving them enough ice time, no confidence in them. That's really going to turn things around when you show confidence in the kids. When they know they're trusted and they can go out and make a mistake here or there, the trust factor is huge. And ice time, you don't get down on them so much, and compliment them, talk to them. Like St. Louis going down the bench, talking to each of the kids. You could see him doing that frequently, talking to the assistant coaches. We haven't seen that in quite some time.
Yeah, definitely about that. I agree with you about this, and I think you can see something like that. For a coach who does not have a major coaching experience, only Pee-wee, Martin St. Louis has now outcoached 2 or 3 coaches so far.
Oh, he's done quite well, and that's the thing about coaching. If you've done any coaching, I have to totally agree with Martin St. Louis. Hockey's hockey. So yes, some of the extras are going to come along for you, but if you've got the basic concept of the game, if you played it, you've got the mindset for it already as it is. Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I understand the fans are happy about the W, everything on that, but at the end of the day, it's a really sloppy team, the Buffalo last night.
Yes.
Really did not play well. The defense was not. They have no connection. It reminds us, the Montreal Canadiens, when you say you have no connection between the forward and the defenseman on the defensive zone. It was exactly what Montreal does for many, many games this season under Ducharme, and they are really sloppy between both of them. If you're listening what they said, Granado and a couple of players during the press conference after the game, they would mention about they have no chemistry between both of them. And then the turnover. Now they lost the defenseman number 2. Is it OG Carju, whatever his last name. That's not help them. You have to play a 5 defensemen. And when you have already a Fitzgerald, Brisson, and you have Samuelson, 3, almost like a rookie. They have a Pitchick as the defenseman number 6, not very good. Only Dallin. That's make the team. So the forecheck of Montreal, like I mentioned at the pregame, if you can apply a great forecheck on them to make a turnover, create a turnover, you're going to pay and you're going to win. And that's what happened yesterday. But again, the first period, they have only 4 shots, Buffalo on Montreal, because Montreal was doing very well. No opportunities allowed. And they play better period, Buffalo, the third period. But the flip side, Montreal play a solid third period and return. They have a couple of positives, but not much. For me, Montembeault control the puck, control the rebound. It was square all the time. It was not in the bad position, or it was only one time he got a rebound, and the Montreal did not recover. Did not recover the puck, and Skinner missed the net by about like 6 inches on his left side. Otherwise, Montembeault was well. Now, Montreal does a lot of good things on the defensive zone. First of all, they play a man-to-man. That's the first thing. The second thing, their stick is always in the great position, in the lane, or they puck and return that. Thirdly, they recover the puck all the time. They win the battle 50-50, or they have a support second guy join the play and the corner to pick it up the puck, and they turn around right away. Their breakout from the middle is excellent also about that one there, and their stretch is great. So those little things they does very well. The details of the game make the Montreal Canadiens very solid and the defensive zone, and that's the biggest difference, because when you have a rebound or you don't pick it up the puck, but that's the puck usually is in the net because you missed your coverage, you missed the recovery of the puck, and that's happening right now. The Montreal does not make those kind of mistakes, and they are a little bit more efficacious as a five together on the defensive zone, and their breakout is better because the transition is quicker and the players are more collapsed together too at the same time. So for me, that's the biggest strength about that one over there. Last night, I'm talking about the time management. The time management was solid in the third period, and the puck management, it was also solid. So I'm talking about puck management, the puck at the position of the puck all the time. They're controlling the puck. They want to be sure they control also the time management. So two elements you can put together. That's make the third period where they don't give any chance for Buffalo to come back in the game. Only 3 power play last night. One Montreal, 2 for Buffalo. Montreal did not give any goal. Both of them did not score any goal on power play yesterday. And that's for me, solid performance, Montreal. But again, Buffalo really not great at that moment. Lost the last 4 games, honestly. And we'll see. Montreal are not at the bottom of the standing now anymore. We have a few people in the house right now. I'm talking, check. Oh my God. Oof. It's going to try to get what we can do about that one over there. Michael, okay. What do you think about Tim Sozot and Formenton? They are out right now, and they are doing very incredible. They're doing well for sure. They step up the time they don't have Patterson and Norris, Corey at that moment. Yeah, and up we knew it was Smarty Pen for the player days for his son. Yeah, that was my point, Gally. Fight for the them. I love that very much. Go, Gally. Wish he scored more for the Montreal Canadiens. Unfortunately, he struggled. Yeah, but you know when everything does not do well, Andrew, and the thing does, it's hard to get a puck in the net. Gallagher have an empty net last night at the second period, I believe. He have only to push the puck in the net, and he flipped under the puck and did not put the puck, and then did not score. He's right now 15 or 16 games with no goal. So
yeah, that's my concern.
Going on with him about that one. It's not big. It's not, you know what I mean? But I believe a Gallagher as the third line at 13, 14 minutes, you're absolutely good with him at that moment. He's not a top one about that one. And how do you want to sit in the car with St. Louis La Carrière at the parade about that? All right. I was not a big fan of the hire initially, but his comments about system really turned me around him. After that, I was not expecting him to have an impact right away. I'm sitting in the car with the Zamboni driver and the driving. MLS, I'm referring to. Yeah, it was a little bit, I don't know if you feel the same way when you heard Martin St. Louis as a new coach. A lot of skeptical people about his hiring with the Montreal Canadiens because experience, everything like that. But now I know how you're feeling today compared. But at the beginning, when he got hired, what was you feeling about him?
2 things. One, I was very excited because I've always looked at how positive and how energetic he was as a player. He just had that spark to him. So that I was excited about. But yes, I was a bit nervous that he didn't have coaching experience. But his history of what type of person he is really stood out. The way he played the game. really stood out. He's always a winner.
Some are born to be a winner.
Yeah.
Everything you touch, they are winner. And he have this
Exactly.
inside of him. He's a leader. He's a winner. He's a great communicator. And that's make a big fun about him, about that one over there. So for me, that's why the reason is you have success. Now again, the balloon is big right now. It's bigger.
Yeah.
Right? Now the balloon is going to be at some point down. And that's what the challenge at the state for Montreal Canadiens is coming in March, like I mentioned to you. But until then, we have to take advantage of the success of the Montreal Canadiens. Ron, I have a question for you. He said, what are you more surprised by, the 4-game winning streak or the Monty shootout? Are you the most surprised?
Truthfully, I'm more surprised with the 4-game winning streak. I honestly didn't know they could pull 4. You know, it was enough to see them do 2. So, you know, going to 3, I was shocked. And last night, I thought for sure the wheels are going to come off. They got to come off sometime.
Yep. And I'll tell you, absolutely right. Buffalo throw the towels after the third goal of the Montreal at the beginning of the third period. They score at 1:11 or 1 something at the beginning of the third period, and that would be over after that. It was 2-0 after 40 minutes, 3-0 at the beginning, and this game was over at that moment because the way they was play Buffalo, I was not about that one. Corey, he always eating when we do the show, so today he's making peanut butter with banana sandwich and milk. Awesome, Corey. I love the fact you take care about this. And I thought need a spot big about the parrot. Will need to. Any news on the Taylor? Any news on the Taylor Pitlick coming over from Calgary? Again, Johnny, the only thing news I know is all about personal affair. I don't know what it is, honestly, but it's private from what we heard. But I did not hear absolutely anything yesterday when they updated everybody. So I don't know where he's coming back. I don't see him to be in the lineup this weekend. More next week when he returns at home. Michael, okay, so will invite Kelly, okay. Yamu said Tony D'Angelo mid-body expected to miss about 4 weeks. Bad news for the Carolina Hurricane for sure about that one or there. Yeah. Should Montreal Canadiens go and rebuild or should shouldn't they not?
Oh, I think they should go in the rebuild, but in that process, I do believe that it's kind of already started even before, you know, we started technically when you got Suzuki, Caulfield, Romanoff, and the kids having Laval. You kind of have a head start. That's my theory of it.
Yep. No, it's all about rebuilding in Montreal. You have no reason to not rebuilding. A couple of pieces to have to let it go. During the process, you can become better. It's just hard because when you rebuild, you love to have a top 5 pick back-to-back years, maybe 2-3 years back-to-back top 10 pick. And now maybe not what happening next year, but it would be interesting what happening this year. Let's start with this season first and see after that what could happen about that. Yamu said Picard René Jose Day on Nashville, big for Finnish fan also. He's going to be retire his jersey and be on the rise his jersey on the rafter, the number 35. About that, Pierre Martin said Joel Edmondson is going to play Saturday. No. He just returned to skating yesterday morning, so it would take a couple of more weeks, I believe, before he come back. On my eyes about that one, he didn't play always. Yamu said Peter Marechek confirmed Toronto goaltender about that one over there. René very classy, happy for him, Yamu, and everything. Can you have all 3 goalies on the roster next year? Price, Allen, and Montembeault.
I think so.
I would say no, because the salary cap, you cannot keep all 3 in the salary cap, and you're going to hurt. So you have to return Montembeault if Price and Allen. Now, everything you have to start with Price condition. All right, that's the first thing. His health. All right. The second thing after that, this is perfectly 100%. Now you have a card in your hands to maybe make a trade at some point. Off season, next year before the trade deadline, and that time after that, you're going to see Montembeault back up if he continues to progress as a goaltender over there. So that would be the situation, Steve, at that moment for me.
One thing I say, Coach, is I think it's all going to hinge on what we find out tomorrow about Carey Price.
Yeah, so it would be interesting. You're welcome, Pierre, no problem. Salut, everything like that. All right, so I continue about what was going on here. I have a couple of things, but I try to figure out where are they. I will delete this. I will go right here. Here we go. Talk about the man. Picard Rani is going to be on the tonight. Today is honestly is day over there. By the way, Nashville play outside this weekend in Nashville against Tampa Bay Lightning. This is the Winter Classic, or I don't know how they call it. This game Saturday outside in Nashville. This is big in Nashville. If you think it's happening everywhere, Minnesota, Boston, right? The people in Nashville talk about this for at least 1 year. It's big in Nashville. If you follow the news in Nashville, they have a star, the country star, make a lot of show. This is going to be the biggest game Saturday in Nashville, and that's possible. It's raining over there, but the conditions look like the weather is going to be calibre for the game this weekend. So it'll be interesting about that one there. A couple of milestones happening yesterday. Ryan Nugent Hopkins played a 700 career game yesterday. Congratulations for RNH for Edmonton. We have also the 400 goal career of Corey Perry yesterday.
That was beautiful
for him
yeah.
With the Tampa Bay, of course. But look, he had an amazing, great career. He won the Rocket Richard 1 year. He won the MVP, and he have an amazing, great run with Anaheim Ducks before he got his, the Dallas Star, Montreal, and now Tampa Bay have 1 more year. An amazing, great career in NHL. You like him or you don't like him, but that's happening, honestly, for him about that one over there. Last night, 5 game. Yesterday, I will go carry on this before we go somewhere else. Sorry, Michael. All right, sorry. Okay. Michael, I can get a spot on cup. Carey Price is staying in Montreal, and the Price fans are sickering of him to me. What time is the Price press tomorrow? I don't know what, Johnny. He returned to skating tomorrow. So I don't know a press conference, but I know he's skating, restart skating tomorrow. That was on the schedule about that one over there. Thank you, RJ, for the update. Yeah, you go in the Nashville history for that one over there. All right, let me see. We love the boys and your series, and if my friend apologize for your skin selection, Pierre. I think many was Pfizer yesterday. Yeah, absolutely right about that one over there. 5-2 yesterday, guys. Colorado without McKinnon win yesterday. 2 goals for Lestagog. Kadri also have a point. Niskoushin score. Niskoushin have a great year for them. Francouz was the goaltender over there. Detroit do the best. But I want to talk about, I'll be honest with you guys, no race for the Calder Trophy. Give it to Maurice Seder. 2 other assists. Yesterday, guy, he did a 3 versus 1. The pass he did to Zedzina, guys, it was a major quarterback defenseman, like the Lindstrom, and like a Paul Coffey, the Cedar, the Maurice Zeder guy, gave it to him. You don't need, and you have no competition anymore. Whatever Zegras is doing, whatever Lucas Raymond does, whatever Anton Lundon's going to do, whatever Michael Bunting's going to go score 25 goals, whatever Caulfield may be back in the race, and whatever Jimmy Trestle, whatever happening with Janot, and that, I can go all the way. You have only one, it's Maurice Seder. Give it to him, man. The kid is unbelievable. He's just another Cal McCarr, and he's going to be for years the best defenseman in the NHL, and we don't talk about Ed Vincent's coming next season. So for me, it's my point. Tampa Bay versus Oilers yesterday. Oof. Mike Smith again. Mike Smith again. Fall apart.
They're in trouble.
And McDavid, 2 goals yesterday. Point of a goal. And Tampa Bay, Corey Perry also go bat maroon also. But again,
The effort
Mike
was there.
Smith problem last night show to the Edmonton Oilers. It's going to be a very difficult trip for them, play Carolina. After that storm, Carolina, Florida, and Tampa Bay, and the Oilers have a great light schedule for the rest of the year. Of course, you have a game like this, right? But that will helping them, I believe. They don't have a very difficult schedule after that. I think their schedule is about 0.483, I believe. So if you are an Oilers Edmonton fans, maybe they will push them to make the playoff because their schedule is not too bad. We'll see how they're going, Rick, about that. The Dallas Stars still a game against the Winnipeg Jet. This is a very blow out for the Winnipeg Jet. Lost that game against Dallas and shoot an OT. Dallas again scored 17 of the year, I believe. Seguin have a great year for the Dallas. Find a way to come back in the game. Finally, Winnipeg tied the game, but Dallas come back with a 3-2. Montreal Canadiens, we know. Finally, the last game of the night where the Arizona Coyotes show again they deserve to have a better record. Yesterday, it was not Velmelka. It was Wedgwood and the net and a solid performance of him. But again, the Lassana King did enough to win that W yesterday. Lizotte have a good game with Lemieux. The 4-line was very good over there. Overall, Peterson was okay. But again, those kind of games you cannot drop if you want to make the playoff. The Kings did it. So that's the beauty behind about that one over there. So well done for the Kings yesterday for sure. And that's what has happened. We have a busy night tonight. 8 games on the schedule, Mr. Andrew. Honestly, 2 teams struggle. Minnesota lost 3 of the 4 games. Toronto lost the 3 game. So it'll be interesting about that one over there. Then Rangers, Washington. Washington come back, couple of players. Oshie should be back in the lineup. Big game for Dallas and Nashville tonight. So it'll be interesting about that one there. Then the rest of the schedule is not big deal, honestly, who they are. I want to mention a couple injury update for everybody. Wawrinski, Columbus Blue Jacket, hurt, out. I'm talking about Uri Arju earlier for the Buffalo Sabres, left the game like Anderson and Biron during the game yesterday. Tarasov was going to be out for the rest of the season. Goaltender number 3 for the Columbus Blue Jacket, where also Muskligan is also hurt. Berube right now is the goaltender over there. That's happening for them at that moment. Okposo did not play yesterday, day-to-day for the Buffalo Sabres. Biram is also a day-to-day for the Colorado Avalanche at that moment. Is set up. They have another player. Rickel for the Chicago Blackhawks is also day-to-day with Kera is another one. So that's give you a little bit an update about everything like that. Let's jump in before we go to the Frenchy quiz. What's going on in the chat? Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. Michael Constant always thank us for making it for the spring. Renault, welcome aboard. Renault, thanks. Ras Rene 2-3. Edmonton Oilers keep playing like that. They will hurt them in the playoff. Saros the best fan goalie. Have a difficult time, Saros. The last 6 games, unfortunately, is going to get back. Nashville, if they want to make the playoff, they need Saros. And Saros doesn't do well at that moment. Andy Yamo, you think PK was the greatest Finnish goaltender? Did Yamo answer that one? I would be interesting. Keeper Rene Rask about Yamo. I agree with you about that one over there. Kiprasov was an amazing goaltender. About that one. Then great question, Michael, about that 5-5 last night. I think Pierre Martin, even in order to make the playoff, they would be out in 4 games. I really hope the Kings or the team can get a check run about that one of them. Andrew, what is your prediction as to what will be heard about Price tomorrow?
I'm afraid that we're going to hear, because he is scheduled to have a press conference for sure. I know that. I've heard that so many times now today. Following up on it. He's definitely going to have it, and they have said he hasn't hit the ice yet. I'm really thinking Carey Price is either going to announce he's done for the year or he's contemplating retirement.
Yeah, I still believe I still believe he's going to have setback. He's only back on the ice tomorrow. This is about 3 weeks now. He did not do only gym, so you're going to have him another 2-3 weeks to come back and everything like that. For me, you have nothing. I don't see him come back in the line and the roster for the rest of the year. I don't see that over there. Because he was not on the ice for 3 weeks. He was going to say, I got another setback, and we have to rebuild again, try again, another rehabilitation. Maybe he will say, I'm coming on the ice a little bit more. But otherwise, I don't see anything like that. But that's what my expectation for him tomorrow about that. Copisalo also hurt, I think so. What I just said, Yamo, Gordon claimed Montembeault et Pitlick on waiver. You thought, guys, about that? What do you think about Montembeault et Pitlick on the waiver?
Well, which Pitlick are we talking about?
Montreal claim Montembeault from Panthers, and they claim also Pitlick from Minnesota. What do you think about that?
I thought they were great pickups myself, especially, I can't even knock Montembeault. He's playing so good now. He didn't look good in the beginning. Pitlick has looked great since we got him. Personally, he's been one of our best players, even through the rough times, that when we were under Ducharme. He looked good right from the get-go. But Montembeault, to me, has fought his way back and just kept plugging away and working with it. I like both pickups.
Yeah, it's maybe easier when you at the bottom of the NHL, you can have an opportunity to pick up them because you're the first choice every time that, right? For me, it's really Rem Pitlick. I think the Minnesota Wild have no choice. They have him or Goudreau, and they select Goudreau as a center, and that's the right pick, honestly, to do that. But it's a good surprise for me. Two very surprised for Montreal at that moment, but still. Maybe I'm wrong, but Pitlick is going to have a longer longevity with the Montreal Canadiens compared to Montembeault at that moment. I agree. Because I think it would fit. And the door for him have to open when they go to trade Lekonen.
Yeah.
If not, he will have to fight for the spot next season for sure. I should announce it back and done for this year. This will give him a team to make up over the summer. Exactly what I just said. I was the first to trash Montembeault the net, so I will admit he was come around for sure. As a Pitlick, I thought he was a real expression until I explain he was a player. Will it be the best for the keep price out of the year and just get him practicing for the rest of the season? Yeah, I think so too.
I think so.
At where we at right now, I don't see anything
else.
Why
risk it? Why risk it?
Yeah. I agree with you about that one over there. And that's where we at. And of course, we are a little bit late, but we're going to go there. Mr. Andrew, you stay with us because it's time for, of course, it's time, Mr. Enatap and Mr. Andrew.
Oh my God!
It's the Frenchy quiz under and over. I don't know what is your record, but we'll see what you look like today. Maybe a better day today for you to get that part over there. And we're going to start right away over there. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. We would like you to stay with us. And that'd be great if you can participate. And we're going to give you the time. And the first one, the question is... It's not that one over there. I apologize. This is the last. That's the last yesterday about that one over there. Here we got the first one. Michel Goulet has plus 100 during his professional career in the NHL. That's not including his WHL and WHA. Only in NHL. Do you believe he is a 100 over or under? Good morning, Alan and Zeph Lecave. Kelly, she said over.
That's what Michael
Robinson said over. Yeah. We have Corey Hill over. Steve G said under. We have Carl Henry. Welcome aboard, Carl. First time here. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate a lot. Nordic Legend. under Andy. We have Pierre Martin over. John Gregor under. And we have also Yarmo under. Zev Lecav said over. Ron Quinn said under. What about you?
Over.
Over for Mr. André Lepage. Anybody else? We're going to give about 5 minutes. Enartap said under. Forgot you, Mr. Enartap. I apologize. And the answer that one five, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Andrew, what is your answer?
Over.
Under. Plus 99. Here's the answer. That one there. 6 people.
Oh,
Steve, Andy, Yamo, John, R20. And in our tap, take the lead at that moment with over. And congratulations about that one over there. And that's what we at.
Oh my God!
Here we go. Question number 2. Good luck for everybody. It is tonight. How many goals against Pecorine gave during his career? 1,600 goals he gave. Is it under or over? Yeah, Moisa, yeah, easy. Oh, the clock. B for Steve G. Steve G said B. Pierre Martin, bienvenue. Carl. DH said over. Corey Hill said under. Michael Robinson said under. Alan Barnett said under. John Gregor said over. Ron Quinn said under. I should have Google Winnie before today. Pierre Martin said under. Kelly said over. Yamo said over. How can you forget the clock? I know, right? Merci, Pierre Andy. Carl Henry said over. I did not see in our tap. I go there, have a great singer in Vegas, and he said, in our tap, he said, under, right? Yeah, that's what he said, under. Mr. Andrew?
Under.
Andrew said under. The answer, that one, guys, is under. 1598 goal he gave during his career. That's give us right now only 2 players with 2 good answer. We have around 20 and in our tap with 2. We have about 9 other players with 1 good answer. We'll see. I believe if you missed me for the first question, I believe I got it right. Yes, TH, you got it. I got it. So you have 1. Not easy on that one. In our tap, Yamo, about that one over there. Can in our tap get that one today or round Kings? Would be interesting about that one over there.
Oh my God!
Question number 3, Mr. Andrew. And that's that one over there. Jeez, I missed one. I missed the question. What is this one over there? All right, the question is anyway. It's not on the board. I think I deleted it. All right, Josh Anderson. How many jersey he wear numbers during his career? How many number jersey, different number he wears during his career with Columbus and Montreal? Under over is 3. Again, the question is Josh Anderson. How many different number he used or he wear during his career with Columbus and Montreal both together? The under over is the number is 3.
Under.
And we said under. DH said over. We'll go to start over the clock. Zev Lecav said under. And Steve G said under. Andy Quivulai said over. Yamo said over. And on tap said over. Cal Henry said under. Michael Robinson said over. I miss Ron King 20. Pierre Martin said over. Alain Barnes said under. Kelly said, I think under. On King said over. Ron King said over. Kelly said over. Andrew, you answer.
Under.
Under for Andrew. Not a problem, video. Don't forget to click on the likes. What's going on, Corey, about the clock? No, it's because I said the question. So the question is not on the answer. The answer guy is over with 4 different jersey. He wore the number 53. He wore the number 14 and number 77 with the Columbus, and now he's wearing number 17 with the Montreal Canadiens. It was 34, not 14. So 53, 34, 77 with Columbus, and finally the number 17 for the Montreal Canadiens. The answer is 4. And with that part, Mr. Andrew is the winner of the day is in our tap and also Ron King's 20.
Good job, guys.
They got 3 and 3. Andy, we have Yamo, we have TH, we have Michael Robinstein, and Pierre Martin with 2 good answers. Many of you have also 1 good answer. This is the leaderboard of the game today, and that's what happening about that one. Again, Andy Cuivla, he said, I'm 3 and 3. Maybe missed the second question. Maybe Andy, possible you'll get 3 and 3. So congratulations. Andy Cuivlo, 3 and 3. Ron Kings, 20, 3 and 3. And also in our tap with 3 and 3. I miss you, and Andy. I miss maybe your second question. I know your 1 and 3 question was good. Congratulations about that one over there. Mr. Andrew, it was great having you aboard. Look forward to see you next time. I know it's going to be only Monday next week. Maybe bring you aboard because they play Saturday. So I look forward. If we do a show Sunday night, power play, we'll let you know. We can't wait to see you again. We appreciate your collaboration today. And thanks again. I look forward to seeing you next time. And have an amazing, great weekend. Go Abs, go. Thanks again, Mr. Andrew.
Go.
All right.
Yeah,
have a good one, Mr.
Thank you.
Here we go. We are back here. But before we leave, we thank each one of you for your participation today. Thanks for joining us. And thanks for everything. GB, welcome aboard. Leave one Clember, star like a Leave Robinson for his brother. Will be interesting about that one over there. Congratulations for the winner. I guessed right, and I did not ever know the question. You got it, my friend. Congratulations about that one over there. Look like everybody is Philip Forsberg, 26-year-old, is available in Nashville. It would be interesting if the Nashville is going to resign him, but he's going to be one of the biggest UFA on the board for sure at some point. Great show, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. But before we leave, we want to remind you, of course, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't forget, we are back at 5 o'clock p.m. with enough time for your prediction with a warm-up show. I can't wait to see you. Bring your friends. Join us tonight to give us all your prediction. Many of you are 5-0 yesterday. Congratulations. I can't wait to see you tonight at 5 o'clock. And tonight we do the game between the Minnesota and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I look forward to see you also a little bit later. Until then, we want to remind you, be well, be healthy, and find a way not only to dominate your day, find a way to dominate, of course, your year 2022. Have an amazing, great afternoon, everybody. Have a good one indeed. Pierre Martin, thank you. John Gregor, honking. It was Toffoli, Mr. Honking. Toffoli was straight before that. Corey Hill, John Gregor, in our tap, Pierre Martin, RJ. TH, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very kind. Video, we miss you, video. We love you. See you maybe at 5 o'clock or tomorrow. Yamo. Roger L. Corey Hill. Andy. Steve G. G-Bay. Renault. Steve G. Andrew. Ron Kings 20. Michael Rubenstein. Pierre Martin. If I miss you, I wish you an amazing, great afternoon. Thank you, TH. Me too, Pierre. Be great after W. Yeah, thank you, Adam Barnett. Thank you.